Please watch this. Hannah Rohiti Clark, one at TikTok and one at Life. But before I tell y'all why, spam the New Zealand flags in the comment section. Kia ora, New Zealand. So there's a treaty, the Treaty of Waitangi, that's 184 years old between the British and the indigenous people of New Zealand, right? The Maori people. And this is how they've been governing for 184 years. But now David Seymour, one of the MPs in New Zealand, is trying to narrow down the rights that the indigenous people have. So when he went to the parliament and he asked this party, what do y'all think about this bill? She took the bill and ripped it, and then she started doing the haka. Now, what is the haka? So the haka dance is used for many different occasions. But in this case, in this situation, right, the haka is used, number one, for pride, letting them know you're not going to treat us how you want to treat us. Number two, for challenge, meaning that we're going to challenge this bill that goes against our people. Number three, for respect, because guess what? The Maori people in New Zealand, they respect themselves, and they going to let you know that you're going to respect them also. They stand in our business. And number four, for determination, because they are determined to not let people treat them any type of way. So they engaged in the haka to the point that they suspended the meeting for a little bit so they could go over it and calm the whole situation down. And another reason why this is so important, because she's the youngest member of parliament. But even though she's the youngest, see how forward she is and how strong she is. She is at the forefront of the movement. That's why we need younger people as politicians. Because when you got older people, they might just let any bill be passed. They might let any law be passed. But when you have younger people in the parliament, in government, they will take a stand because they know what's good for the people and they know what's not good for the people. And the Maori people feel that this bill, this legislation, it undermines their rights. And they make up 20% of the 5.3 million population in New Zealand. So I'm so freaking happy to see this young lady standing on business, because that's how it's supposed to be. Because if you don't stand for yourself, if you don't stand up for yourself, guess what? Anybody is going to come and treat you how they want to treat you. And if you don't do something about it, you're going to be responsible for the bad treatment. So shout out to this queen, and shout out to all of the Maori people of New Zealand, because they've staged a 9-day march to the capital to stand up against this bill, and there's going to be tens of thousands of people. So shout out to New Zealand, and shout out to everybody out there that's standing up for their rights.